Okay, I am trying to record the lesson and just waiting for this to start. Then we will be starting. Done. Okay. So I'm gonna ask Umpile because I didn't hear you answering when I was asking if you have knowledge of creditors or creditors ledger or just creditors account. Do you have anything to say on it? Have you ever heard of it before? What do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
Yes, now I can hear you properly. What did you do to your phone?
Ma'am,
What did you do to your phone? I can hear you properly now.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, it just wanted the recording. Okay, I see it. What do you know of creditors or creditors ledger?
Creditors ledger is a financial record that records the amount owed to suppliers.
So, where did you get that?
From my textbook for accounting.
Okay, but I wanted you to like give me like your own explanation. What would you say with reading that? What would you say now is your creditors like with your understanding?
It's where we record what we owe.
Okay, and okay, cool. So guys, basically your credit uh, is a liabilities, ne? Your creditors are your liabilities, sorry. That means that a creditor's account is going to take a form or format of the liabilities account, which means that we're going to what? Whenever the debtors are increasing means that you are now having more people that you owe, right? So when you're making loans, you'll be increasing your debtors. When you're making loans from, like, let's say your mom borrow you money, that is going to be your creditor. And maybe your friend borrows you money, that will also be your creditor. But the moment you pay them, you'll be decreasing your debtors, which means that now the number of people, or the rather the amount that you owe, will now decrease. Are we together?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why it kicked me out of here. But are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes,
right, that's
ma'am.
perfect. And let me now share my screen. But did you hear what I said? Because I think I was asking if you're still with me. Did you get my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Yes. So I was saying that your debtors are going to take a form of or format of um sorry your liabilities, ne? Do you guys remember what we said about the liabilities? Are we debiting them? So when we say we are debiting them, it simply means when they are increasing, we're going to debit the account or debit uh Yes, the account. Yes, just the account. Do do our liabilities debit or credit? When do we credit them? Liabilities. Guys,
Ma'am,
what did I say? Liabilities.
ma'am, what's the question? I'm not getting that question, ma'am.
The question is, remember I said creditors are going to be counted.
Ma'am, you're breaking up, like in
Um,
between your sentences.
is it fine now? Let's see. Are you able to hear me clearly?
I think so.
I think so. Is it fine now, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm asking, um, where do we record when our liability is increasing? The debit side or the credit side?
The credit side.
This side. And Umpile, what do you think?
It's the credit side.
Okay, credit side. Are you guys sure about that? Or you just taking a wild guess? Hmm?
We are sure.
Credito. So if we were to do this creditor's account and let's say now you are taking a loan, now what's going to be the next account? It's going to be the bank because the money goes into the bank. Remember, guys, I said if you are not sure whether you're going to debit or credit, you can use this method that helped me a lot, right? So you're gonna use bank for each and every um transaction that you have. Let's say, for example, now because we should know by all the times that bank increases on the debit and decreases on the credit side. Ne? So now you're going to make use of this bank so it's useful to us. So now let's see. When you are taking a loan from a bank, let's say a loan of 5,000 from Absa Bank, the money is going to go into your bank, right? So that means when it comes to your thingy, your bank account, we're going to record here and say we have what, 5,000. And I said that for each and every debit in accounting, there must be a credit, right? So now the corresponding account is going to be what? Is going to be your creditors because now you have more people that you need to pay money. You have more people, which is more people being absent, right? And then we're going to have a 5,000 here. So this means that each and every time you have more creditors or people that you owe, you're gonna credit it, right? And that means when you pay them back, you're gonna do the reverse of it, right? So sometimes your loan will not involve money, right? So it'll be, let's say, for example, um, you have what? You have um, a brother, Kim, you have a brother, and your brother wants to sell his car to you, and they give you the car, and then now you owe them, right? So you see, there's no money involved there. Can you see that? Your brother just gave you a car, not cash, gave you a car, and then you're gonna have to pay them, right? So there's no money involved there, Umpile. So that means now you won't have to have a bank and creditors. Now you're gonna have what? You're gonna have creditors and a vehicle because you received a vehicle, not money. So bank is going to be usable when you are receiving money, but however, it's going to help you to see which one are we crediting between the creditors and the vehicle, right? Are we together? So now if, let's say, for example, if you're not
Yes,
sure
ma'am.
how, for example, if you're not sure how you're going to do it, let's say like the statements that I just made now, Umpile, you have a brother, your brother gives you the car, and then you have to pay them money, like when you have it. Maybe let's say after 3 years, you're gonna have to pay installments that you guys agree on. So now you're gonna try and change that statement. Say, now let's say what was gonna happen if my brother gave me money and I take the money to buy a car, right? So you're removing the car that you receive, or you're replacing it rather. In your head, you're just replacing the car with money, right? And now you're going to see that your creditors is going to be credited. So that means the other account that is affected by this transaction, which is vehicle, is going to be debited, which is going to be correct because a vehicle is an asset, and assets increases on the debit side, right? So there's like a many way to check on how to do this. But if you are like myself, that tends to get confused when we have to debit or when do we have to credit, you can try and use that method, right? Okay, cool. Let's get into today's business. We have what we have creditors here, and they say refer to information provided below and reconcile the statement received from Gobese Wholesales with the creditor's ledger in the accounting records of Wiblin Store for January 2024. Refer to the information provided below and reconcile the statement received from Gobese Wholesaler with the creditor's ledger in the accounting records of Wiblin Stores for January 2024. Which means for this, you're going to consider the January, right? Are we together? Do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. And now let's go to information. They say Wiblin Stores received a statement from Ngobese Wholesalers stating that an amount of 49,050 was owed. According to the creditor's ledger in the accounting records of Wiblin Stores, an amount of 56,425 is owed. You see, so the statement that is received and your accounting records do not match. When they do not match, we have to do a reconciliation. We have to reconcile the amount and check which one is the correct one between the two. Your creditor, your according to your creditors, you owe them 49,050, and according to your books being who? Webbling Stores, um, owes 56,425 and 425 rents. So you may find that maybe the statement is correct, or you are the one who's correct. We'll find out when we are doing, or maybe both of you are not correct. We'll find out when we are doing the reconciliation, right? And let's see. And the name of the reconciliation is going to be creditors reconciliation, because you are reconciling your books, your financial books together with the creditors statement, right? Do you guys remember how many reconciliations I said we have?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you name them? Can we name?
Your screen stopped sharing.
Oh, okay. Bringing it back.
Ma'am, did you ask a question? My thingy,
What?
I disconnected. What was your question?
My oh no. Gosh, you guys kept quiet for a long time. I think I've forgotten the question now. Um, wait. Oh, I asked the question of the reconciliations that we have in accounting. So I wanted to hear from you guys. Which reconciliations do you know?
Bank reconciliation.
The reconciliation that we do is if we were web or accountants of reconciliation,
Bank reconciliation, ma'am.
reconciliation
And creditors reconciliation.
as reconciliation. They have right.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, is Umpila still in? Umpila, he, he's still in. I wasn't able to hear when I was. Okay, just going to it. The 31st was paid the amount owed the month and not due to them. This did not come daily, dated less that they published.
Ma'am, you're breaking up.
Um, how is it now? You still cannot hear me. Is it quiet now?
You're still kind of breaking up, but it's better. But you're still breaking up.
Okay. I'm not sure what's happening. I think my network should be perfect. Uh, Umpile, are you still there? Let's try. Umpile, are you able to hear me? My break.
I can hear you, ma'am.
You can hear. Okay, Kim, try to leave and join again.
Hmm.
Kim, are you back?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am. I think it was my network.
Okay. So I the information. We're on 56,405. Statement says we owe you, right? And for say, let's email the statement to on the 25th each month as of no, no, as the of the settled by the last day of the month, right? This simply means that the statement that we read will reflect all the money that we should have uh, by the end of the month, which means we receive the statement like which is September, it's March. So if we receive the come March, that means we would have to pay the whole amount by the 31st of March, right? So basically that's what it is saying there. And the first question, I'm not you guys try to read that on your own, but you did, that's a good thing. So I was asking you, who's supposed to record here? Are we supposed to put this amount that they saying the the creditors didn't include it on their statement, or is it something that we leave and and how do we rectify that? Do you think that's gonna go to the ledger or is it going to the state sorry, the reconciliation?
Ma'am, I think I have bad network. I didn't catch which point are we on? Are we on A, B, C, or D?
On a
On A. Okay, let me just reread that and then I'll get back to you.
Umpile, you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you have to say with regards to information in?
It's going to the creditors reconciliation.
Into the creditors reconciliation because we are the one that are actually right. Our creditor is wrong. And one thing I forgot to mention again is that in the reconciliation, we record the other person's mistake, right? Other person can be a bank, can be a debtor, and can be a creditor. So this time it's creditors um reconciliation because the creditor is the one who's wrong or who made the mistake, right? And let's see. Where's that answer book here? Statement received from Ngobese. How much is it? It was 49. The balance it's 49050, and it's not six. Let me try to. Why is it that my zeros? Okay, maybe I should do this. And then here was a 56,525. Or was it something else? 425. See, I need to do the reconciliation even myself. Okay, so it's 425. Now let's look at A. A, they said, what did they say? Maybe I think I need to bring it up here. Okay, no problem. Okay, so for A, they said what? They said you're on the 31st December 2023. They recorded this in the statement. No, missed it in the statement, but we recorded it. So that means we're gonna go here. When we receive a discount or when we get a discount from our creditor, does that increase or decrease the amount that we owe? Mpile?
Increase.
I can't hear you. It's like you're saying increase. What did you say?
It increases.
It increases. When we receive a discount, you said it increases the amount that we owe the debtors. Um, Umpile, are you still here?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna ask you, what do you understand by discount? Umpile,
Yes, ma'am.
you said what is it?
It's when they reduce the amount that you were supposed to pay.
When they reduce the amount, what does that mean?
Your amount decreases.
I want you to give me like a scenario of what you're saying now. Okay, Kim, are you still there? So when you receive a discount, Umpile, it simply means that um your creditors, maybe let's say you have been a good debtor to them. You have been paying on time, you have been sticking to the payment plan and everything, or you've been paying on before the time. They can say, oh, this person is a good person to work with. Then they give you a discount so that you can keep on getting things on credit from them so that they can also have people like you who pay on time, right? So that will decrease when you receive a discount. That means it decreases the amount you pay, because now let's say you owe how much? You owe, maybe let's say you owe 240 rand, and they say they give you a discount of 40 rands because you have been a good debtor, you have been paying on time, you have been sticking to the payment plan, you have been sticking to your word and everything, or paying before even the time arrives for you to pay. They say, okay, Umpila has been a good person, we're gonna give her a discount of 40 rand. So that means instead of paying 240, you will now be paying how much? You'll be paying a 200 rand. So that means it's going to decrease the amount that you pay, right? So the discount you receive decreases the amount that you are supposed to pay to your creditors, right? And let's see, B says after receiving the statement on the 25th from Gobesa wholesalers, he informed Webbling stores that closing balance was incorrectly calculated. It should be 40,950, not the 49,050 that currently appears on the statement. After receiving the statement from them, he informed Webbling stores that closing balance was incorrectly calculated. It should be 40,000, not 49,000. What does that mean? Kim, we are here. What does it mean? Kim, guys, are you able to hear me? Okay. So this simply means that the creditor made a mistake. So now we're gonna check for the difference between the amount that they said we owed, or the statement says we owe, and the amount that they say it should have been, right? So now we're gonna say 49,050 minus 40,950. How much do you guys get? So it's 49 what? And 50 minus what? 40950. So it's going to be
8,100.
0, 0. That's going to be here. Then we're gonna have 1. Then we have that. So the difference is going to be 100 rands. And that means, because this one is more, it was supposed to be 409. So that means the difference is going to be minus from here 100. And basically you're saying, how do we move from 49,000 to 40? You are minusing. Then let's go to D. So D says on 16th January, no, we can't go to D. We miss C. Webbling stores purchases inventory of 7,200 from global wholesalers on 10th January. The bookkeeper incorrectly recorded it in the creditors ledger of Ngobese wholesalers. So Webbling stores purchases what? Thus 7,200 rands, and the bookkeeper made a mistake and recorded it under the Ngobese traders. So that means wholesalers. So that means now we have to minus it from the books of Ngobese wholesalers because that has nothing. So it's more like the bookkeeper said now we are owing who we are owing Ngobese 7,200 more, whereas it's not supposed to be Ngobese, it's supposed to be actually, it's supposed to be yes, not Ngobese. It's supposed to be Ngobo, right? So, if we were to make like an error or correct this error, we would record the correct amount under the Ngobo and fix the Ngobese minus the 7,200 because we don't owe them. But because we are not dealing with Ngobese right now, I mean, Ngomba, we're dealing with Ngobese, so we're going to have minus 7,200 under C. So it's A, B, C, minus 7,200. Now, let's see. And we have on 16th January 2024, Webling stores returned stock of 875 rands together with a debit note to Ngobese wholesalers. A credit note was duly received from the supplier. However, no entry was made on the statement regarding this return. So when a customer returned good, or in this case, we are returning goods to the supplier, which means now we don't owe them that money. And then they say that who is it that didn't record it? No entry was made on the statement regarding the return. So that means the statement needs to be corrected. So that means we're going to go to the statement and say minus 800 and sorry, yes, 875. So we're going to minus 875 and let's go. Are we still together? Am I leaving someone behind?
We're still together, ma'am.
It. And we're gonna go to D, or done with D. We're gonna go to E. E says Webbling stores had not recorded invoice number NW 3690 for 3,800 rands in their creditors ledger. Upon investigation, the owner acknowledged placing this order on the 20th January and instructing Ngobesa wholesalers to deliver the item to his personal residence for a party that his family was hosting. He neglected to inform the bookkeeper of this purchase. Webbling stores had not recorded invoice number that for that amount in their creditors ledger. Upon investigation, the owner acknowledged placing this order on January 20th and instructing Gobesa wholesalers to do. He neglected to inform da. What do you think we're gonna do here?
Ma'am, I think this doesn't affect us because wouldn't it make it drawings? And we don't put drawings. Wouldn't, because this is like a personal take, ma'am.
It's a what?
Ma'am, they said that this items that we bought were paid by the owner for personal use, like it was for a party his family was hosting. So doesn't this count as drawings?
Um, it is Drawings, you're correct, but then again, it's linked with creditors. Do you get me?
Yes, ma'am. So should
Yeah.
we? I think we should add the 3.8 into our creditors ledger since it was not recorded in our books.
Yes, we're supposed to do that. But let's see.
Ma'am, your screen is no longer sharing.
Is able to see 3,800. So you're going to it's drawings. What is going to be drawings and what? What are okay, let's see. Uh, Service three. Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if we had to record this in two accounts, what accounts were we going to have if you were to do the T form account?
Drawings, ma'am.
And
Creditors control.
yes, um, because now that for for this kind of drawings, it's kind of very not normal. We are not used to this kind of transaction where like a owner take something from the supplier, right? For drawings, we're used to say maybe the owner took whatever in the company, maybe took stock, um, that means the stock is going to decrease and the drawing is going to increase, right? And which means it's going to be credited, right? So now in this case, the owner took straight from the supplier. In the supplier's book, we are the ones who owe them, not the owner, right? The owner took it in the name of business, right? So we have to add it to our ledger. So that means we're gonna add plus the 3,800 rands to the creditor's ledger, right? And what are we gonna hit? We're going to F. F says a payment of 3,450 made by Webbling Stores to Ngombese Wholesalers on the 24th January was incorrectly treated as a credit purchase in the creditor's ledger. What does this mean? What does it mean?
What does that mean, ma'am?
F.
If
Hmm.
ma'am, we have to We have to subtract 3,450 twice in the creditor.
A payment of 3,450 made by Webley Stores to Ngobese wholesalers on that was incorrectly treated as a credit in the creditor's ledger. Yes, so we supposed to subtract it 2 times from the ledger because um, the other one, Umpile, is going to be canceling the mistake, and the other one would be re-recording, right? Because we are paying, but we treat it as if like we are owing them. We paid, but we treated it as if like we are buying on credit more. So that means we treated it as a plus that which was supposed to be at 3,450 being minus. So it's like um um let's see, let me try to do this. Okay, this is creditor, right? This is creditor, and this is how it was recorded. So instead of crediting it, they did what? They, no, actually, instead of debiting, they credited it, right? So they said we owe them, no, we said we owe them 3,450. So to correct this error, you're going to have 3,450, which is going to be canceling this because um the balance would be 350, the balance will be 350. 350 minus 350 is 0 and 0, right? So that means there's nothing. Hence, we have to minus it again. So when we minus it again, it's like a new entry. And we're going to come here and say, what is 350 plus 4,350 plus 4,350?
Please repeat that.
What is 3,450 multiplied by 2? 6,900, right? And the last one says invoice issued by wholesalers for 6,450 dated that did not appear on the statement. Invoice issued by Gobesa wholesalers. So that means you're gonna go to what? To because we cannot write the books of other people, only make reconciliation. Basically what reconciliation. So now you're gonna come here and say plus 6,440 plus 6,460. And what we do now is to balance this whole amount, and we don't get the same balance. If this side is not equal, then there's probably something did wrong. But if they are balancing, that means we are correct. Right? And this not enjoyed uh, if it doesn't balance, you can say that. If it balances, you can still say it balances because now it's the lesson, which is the lesson now. Do you have any question?
No, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Enjoy the rest of your week at school. And must enjoy your holidays. Bye, guys. Remember, you should do something each and every day so that you can stay intact with your schoolwork, right? Bye, guys.